for Tesla owners or people trying to learn to use them, I want to just point out a couple of things that are a little bit less obvious than you might realize. But if you want to change the radio station, you can press this with the left and right. That took me a little bit of time to figure out that that's how I can scan radio stations. Now, the other thing that took a while to realize is that you can turn the heat off. You don't have to hit the button and then turn it off like that. When you hit this to turn it on, I mean it always turns it on as soon as you hit this, but you can press and hold to turn it off. That took me a long time to figure that out. I don't know that there's anything else that took a significant time to figure out how to set it, but that's about it. There are here manual door openers, so you don't have to use the power door opener. But those are also some things that, if you're just riding in a Tesla, it is probably important to know how to get out. I don't think that there's anything else that is particularly complicated. The wipers, I think this was another thing that took a little bit more to realize. So you press it in just a little bit and it will do the wipers. But there's a second level that gets the sprayer. And sometimes you just hit it hard and you end up getting the sprayer all the time. Might not necessarily be what you want. Everything else has been really simple to learn. And I did learn that the new cars do not have this stopping mode of creep or roll or hold. Apparently that was taken away in 2024 and all cars are in hold. That's what I like. I think it's best for one pedal driving. You don't even need to put your foot on the brake at a stoplight with the hold. So that's really pretty nice. And I think that all new Teslas are set up like that. Now 2024 Teslas are really going to be less easy for people to adopt, in my opinion, without the stalks. This is very easy to switch gears here. In the newer model, they moved it so you have to swipe. It's not even a push button. You actually have to swipe it forward into drive or swipe it back into reverse, which I find really annoying. And then up here where we have these grates, instead those turn into buttons with lights that only illuminate when they're available. So that seems very difficult for me switching gears in a parking lot after doing a test drive. The turn signals aren't as bad because they put an up and down right here. I also don't like that because sometimes you're set up to do your turn in a parking lot, and your wheel is maybe turned like this, and trying to figure out where the turn signal is. It's awkward to get my hand up here. I don't know how far it is, but you're not always right here at the normal position, so that I think can be annoying. Now on the older model, you push in for a microphone on this open glove box, and so the glove box opens up when you do that. Now I don't know why, but they made the microphone a button here, and I don't know if they took away the button feature of this. And I honestly can't even, I was going to say, I can't remember what the side to side on this wheel does, but apparently it's about following distance for your cruise control. And this is the speed control when you're doing cruise control. So this is not something I feel like I need to use all the time, but it is a nice place to have it when you are using more of that self-driving capabilities of the Tesla. We don't have the full self-driving. It honestly, you scared me. I didn't trust it, and that's not something that is going to make me comfortable while I'm driving down the road in the car. You can get by a lot of the time. Right now it's 31 degrees outside, and we did use the heat just a little bit this morning, but generally, you know, if you got the seat heater on 3 and the steering wheel on 2, you can be nice and toasty when you're driving the vehicle, even if it's cold. You don't need to heat the whole cabin. So I think I read that that's more efficient, but I don't know that that's true. One thing I think would be nice is if the frunk had an automatic close on it. You know, if you were to accidentally hit this, you know, I don't think it's going to happen very often, but the only thing I can do right now is get out of the car and close it. Now on the trunk, when that opens up, you know, I can also close it because it has a power closer. The frunk does not have a power closer. That might be something nice to add, but on the other hand, I don't think I've heard anybody asking for that functionality. I'm about 4 months into Tesla ownership. I think another thing to point out about this white interior is you can see that reflection in the mirror there. It can be distracting, at least a little bit. It's not a major problem, and I've read that you can get the wood, the simulated wood overlay to replace this here. And you can see it's really the dash that you're seeing the reflection of. So I guess there's probably a ton of ways you could actually handle that problem. But I just wanted to share some other things about, you know, Tesla ownership. Not a lot of neat features, but things that you might need to get used to. This is a 2023, so I assume that everything 2023 and earlier is going to be like this. I think